Oh, I could have just looted them from the get-go. Wow. Greetings, Corvo. Or should I say, Lord Protector, as you were known before the title was wrongfully taken from you. We are servants of the Empire and of the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons, crafted for you, of the finest materials on the Isles, and meet with our man Samuel, near where these tunnels spill into Renhaven River. All haste and luck, we share a common purpose. Thanks. Haha! Look at me! Oh yeah. No dumping allowed? Alright. Okay. Oh! Well, that's how it works. Okay.
Jerry, in case you're too deaf to remember, look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey. Got it? If you want your share, you sort it out. If not, I'll come back for it next month.
He won't get past me, sir.
Ha!
Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard.
Try me!
What was that?
Stupid.
I'll find you, you half-baked.
Oh, will you? Come on up then.
I know you're somewhere around here. Hey, what? I heard that.
Did you? Step forward!
Be here somewhere. What?
Come on! Don't be weak.
Look around.
Oh, what do we have here?
That must have been nothing.
I'll flush you out.
Will you?
Think you're being quiet?
I know something.
What are you doing now, huh? Run away!
I'll find you.
You can't. You're dead before you can see me.
Can't stay hidden forever.
I don't need to.
I know you're here.
Even if you find me, you're dead.
I'll find you.
Okay.
Ran off, you coward.
I ran off? I'm still here.
Keep running.
Sure. I will. Come on, man. Come on. I'm making all the noise.
Stay alert, you worm. He's not getting out this way on my watch.
Am I not? He's hardcore, you know.
I know you're somewhere around here.
Oh, I'll find you.
Nope. Not with that arrow in your eye. So... that's all? Just 3 of you guys? God damn it. Let me eat your dinner too. Ooh. Alright, I guess there's something over there. Ah! My freaking god. You good?
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily.
Propaganda!
Corvo, over here. I'm Samuel, and I work for some good people who
Hi,
want
Sam.
very much to meet you.
Yeah, nice.
They
Let's go.
said you'd come out here. I can still hardly believe it.
We don't have
I'll take you to
time.
meet the-
Let's go.
Just down the river from here.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Ooh.
This is the Hound Pits pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart.
Well, what can you do, huh?
Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists.
Uh-huh.
The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with.
Yes.
If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
I don't really care about my name being clear. I just care about Emily. We don't have time, okay? We probably raped her a lot by now. And we need to get things going here. I'm fighting for her innocence, not my reputation. Let's go. You want me here? There's nothing over there either, right? Not yet.
So it's starting at last, Admiral.
What's up, pussies?
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the
Yeah.
Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group.
Oh, noble.
But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
Okay.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists.
I'm
aimed
so
at
glad
ending
that you
the
came
Lord
out of the
Regent's
closet.
tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've
We
got
have
big
to.
plans.
Good.
We can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your
I
ability
know.
in the fight.
I
And in
need them
helping
too.
us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Yes, let's go.
You must be exhausted.
No!
We can discuss this further after you've recovered.
No,
But
I don't
before
need
you
recovery.
retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero.
I
It's
just-
challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
I can go right now.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him and then get some sleep.
I just
We can
killed
talk
the
more
whole
when you've rested.
prison staff. What are you talking about? I don't need recovery. I need a goddamn mission. I can't even... So much for free man, huh? Nom nom nom. Haha! I'm robbing this whole place. Was it yours? I don't really care.
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman.
Uh-huh.
The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have.
Truly.
Speaking of which. Wallace, please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
Nice speech, Lord Pendleton. Except from a book of sea shanty sung by sailors. What will we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler early in the morning? Feed him to the hungry rats for dinner. Feed him to the hungry rats for dinner. Feed him to the hungry rats for dinner early in the morning. Way and up she rises, way and up she rises, way and up she rises early in the morning. Slice his throat in with a rusty cleaver. Okay, slice his throat with a rusty cleaver. Okay, what? Slice his throat with a rusty cleaver early in the morning. Stuff him in a second from over. Stuff him in a second from over. Stuff him in a second from over early in the morning. Way up, way up, way and up she rises, way and up she rises, way and up she rises early in the morning.
Landing in the distillery district due to...
My, you must be Corvo.
I am.
I am Lydia, at your service. Your room is upstairs and ready. When they told me who it was, well, I thought you'd be older, like the Admiral.
No, I'm young and hip. Excerpt from a series of Overseer invocations by High Overseer Abram Templeton.
And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together, we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, for the foggy gray ways of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes and far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt.
Cool. Lydia, could I have your assistance here in the bath? Except from a theater play.
Lord Nathan Bale is shaken with outrage.
How dare you, sir, clothed so in my very home? I should hand you over to the watch, depraved Tivian.
Prince Kalisar moving closer. That's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone.
Lord Nathan Bale, stammering, studying the younger man before him. What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal.
Prince Kalisar, smiling coyly, reaching out. No need for anger between us, Lord Bale. Is it so wrong for me to be here? As I've proven, I've developed an affinity for you and your family.
Lord Nathan Bale gasping. Oh my! Kalisar, your skin is so warm. It burns. Kind of. Except from the travel journal of a whaler in his final years, Agatha's Tale, Volume 2, or Agatha's Final Passage.
After more than a quarter of a century, I am done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the isles and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime, but it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world and sailed on the loneliest waters you could imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandysia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, and singing among the waves, under the moonlight, only to be spared by ugly, red-scarred men who knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year, I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of smaller chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley. Gav hand frozen from the sleet as we trekked the first bull whale we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because this industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me.
I need some water. Lydia. Oh. Oh, fine. Alright, yeah, let's go upstairs. Let's get some rest, because they think I need some rest. What's this? Is this... more to read?
Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area.
Give us their early one, or give us early adventures. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known. We boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream, signing on with a whaling ship. Singing was the most exciting thing I'd ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday, I would keep my own crew and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirit so as the wind and the pounding waves, racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. It changed more in the first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes. But you could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. Well, that would have been good reading before the other one.
Bring them to the city watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
Oh. Except for a book on naval history. While each of the islands has some form of naval fleet, none is more even. That's cool. If you want to read that, there's a still image of it here too. After more than a quarter of a century, I'm done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the isles and made more coin than most men seen in... Oh, I've just read that.
Log entry 1-4. It seems we've moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. With Pendleton's voting block and my military connections, all we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. And
Mazel tov.
Is this off? Switch. Switch, where the hell is the...
Yes, I've got whale oil. Woo!
If I may, I am the personal assistant to Lord Pendleton, and
Cool.
one of the senior servants at Pendleton House, as was my father. Now I am entrusted with this house, the home of the Loyalists. I have never seen the Admiral fail at any venture. If order can be restored to the city
I really
of
don't have
Dunwall,
time for this, thanks though.
I believe he can do it. If anyone can get your old life back, it's him.
Who? I didn't really listen. Ah, damn it. Celia! Hey, Lydia.
I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen.
Oh.
It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it?
Oh, it is. I knew you had that in you. Celia? I've seen you.
The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress. But something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right.
Huh. You probably do. Anything I should check out in this area? No?
Lady Emily Caldwell was abducted 6 months ago
You're
during
welcome.
her mother's terrible murder. Anyone with information leading to the location or return of the daughter of our beloved late Empress is required to speak to the City Watch at once.
Oh, it was all a ruse. Hey. Okay. Let's go to Mr. I forgot his name. Ah, god damn it. Okay, we can't use these train tracks. Got it. Maybe I can get this whale as well. Whoop. What's
I'll
up?
be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For
Nice.
you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
Oh yeah.
No!
Where?
This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running.
Oh, how
Will
good.
you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there is a terrible mess. Perfect. Now plug it in.
Done.
Perfect. Thank you, Cole.
No, thank you.
See? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face.
It doesn't matter. They're gonna notice me anyways.
Terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise.
Look.
Can you see normally?
Nope.
Send the lens out of alignment. There. Better now?
Nah.
I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate.
A little bit more to the right. Yep,
Scavenge the
perfect.
city for valuables, and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need.
Oh, I got money. Don't worry.
Tell me what I can make for you.
How much accuracy would be great. Yeah, combat sleep darts, sword crossing. Makes the sword more effective when locking blades and pushing against enemies. Equipment upgrades, mask, optics. Oh, allows you to magnify your view. Enables additional bone charm to be active. Oh wow. What? Then let's also get this.
You must be exhausted.
No.
I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
Oh, come on.
Very well. You know best.
I do.
Let me know if you need anything more.
I will. That's why I'm in here. I want to steal some stuff from you and then, you know? Piero, no. I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal? Tuvian ore? What's wrong with the metals in crystal? King Sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the Academy, everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly. But this is my bar, or what's left of it. And we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else. So you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they are absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so no one is going to miss any of the crap you seem to need. Admiral, have a look. Have a look at these nuts. Am I right? Also, let me do something quite quick. What are you doing? God damn it, they're reading so much stuff. I don't have time to read, I need to save Emily. Ah yeah, I know how that goes. Alright. Hey yo!
How did that happen?
I don't know, I kind of stumbled.
Tell me what I can make for you.
No, thanks. I don't have money. You bled me dry, Piero. You bled me dry.
I once served under Admiral Havelock. Captain Havelock then. I don't know if he remembers me, but I fear it's rude to ask. I don't want to embarrass him.
Except from a book on the far continent of Pandysia. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandysian continent as a place of wonder where all of life has entwined and blossomed across all eons, producing a vibrant ecology unrivaled in the civilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of the Everyman, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, of cults of sub-man engaged in brutal, perverse rituals. The few who have traveled to the far continent and come back to the Isles, those who have actually touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles, and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there, in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself. But to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure. Good to know. Wow, good to know. Okay. Whoop.
Attention all citizens. Curfew extends from sundown to sunrise unless you are otherwise authorized.
I am
Violators
authorized.
will be subject to interrogation and detained when necessary.
Shut up.
Remember, the boldest moves
The boldest move.
are the safest.
What the? Oh, no. No, come on.
Hello, Corvo.
Who are you?
Your life has taken a turn, has it not?
No.
The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come.
I know.
For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark.
Yeah.
There are forces in the world and beyond the world. Great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
Press RT to execute a fast with heavy buffet. Yes, that's how you do it. Didn't you know? What's up? Where are you taking her? You? You? You have her. Oh, you fuck. I'm gonna... As soon as I wake up, you're dead. So what are we doing here, huh? Mr. Spy Master? Huh? Is your plan not working, huh? Did I defile it? Ooh. Oh, that's kind of rude.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great.
Okay.
Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world.
Yes.
And at shrines raised in my name.
All right.
These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands.
What's the thing?
With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden.
Oh, thank you, outsider.
Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm supposed to fall in there. Okay. Well, fall.
All of time's meaning is here. Neither seconds nor centuries.
Thank you, heart of the thing. The living thing, I guess. All right. Nice, 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 nice.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you.
All right.
As it has to the others before you.
Kind of thought
now
that
I
would be the
return you
case.
to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
Okay, you peeping Tom. Oh, except from a series of letters sent by a member of the Bottle Street Gang.
You want the chin wag on Slackjaw? What he was like when he was young before he got his name? Oh, he's got a cool head now, but it weren't always like that in the days before he was boss of the Bottle Street Gang. Tom was. Young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets, running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching whatever he needed. Dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born in the brothels or coming from the orphanages, it was either the gangs or working with the logs, and no one wants that.
Some got pressed into the Navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton or Boer families. As hot as it was on the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we were little, by the time we were little uns anymore, Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling the shots when we took down a farmer's court or sidewalk street vendor. He come up with the plan, give everyone some part to play and decide on the split. Most of us just went along because we learned fast that we made out better like that. More food, more coin. Plus, none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was enraged. He worked in a couple of big jobs with the Black City across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. No, he was an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who financed himself, such as Mike the Fish, who was working his way up and running a protection record among the factory women. One fine evening, we're all talking, taking in a body show in the theater house. Mike the Fish and his lot are there in the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea, he wasn't big on planning, and throws a heavy ceramic spittoon on Slackjack. Hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's gonna be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for all of us to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks and Slackjaw buys, actually pays coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you attach to a long line on the side of a ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off it at different angles. Slackjaw's got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when he reached his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside, and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled. When he sees Slackjaw out in the street, a look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out the side door below like a blood ox, holding the cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins the shark hooks bite deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams! But Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight, with the chain wrapped around his left arm, hook sunk into the Mike the Fish, just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that and using his left hand, but he was a big guy and it took a lot of stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. It just kept going and going until finally it was just Mike the Fish blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out the note and stuck to Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple of months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses telling them that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-eyed Trish even came back missing the fun. But apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market. Another slipping and falling into the water out cold. One of the older bosses found in bed with his belly opened wide and Tivian Pierce stuffed into his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters. Offers to the underbosses, telling them they'd be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-eyed Trish with one of the letters. All of the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilizing his business real neat-like. Calling in favors, smoothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as bonus. Showing what he could do as a boss. So everything got quiet, which always makes the boys of the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster snitches, the responsible citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in the shop of sweeping off front steps of their homes to keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what had just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers and the watch too, telling them that he was in town to stay and that things would be run properly from now without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. At first it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick and everyone wanted to buy these potions from Sokolov to Pierrot. Health elixir or spiritual remedy, they called them. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory with a still where we could water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with Sokolov's elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everybody in the slums was sick and business was good. After a while there were so many people down with plague that everyone got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spymaster Burrows took over and the watch started using all the Sokolov technology. Watchtowers, tall boys, and them arc pilots. They put up a wall of light across Clavering Boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat bound for Morley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch, with their taxes and rations. And that's kept us alive. So far.
Crowley, from the Battle Street Gang.